Hello, everybody, and welcome to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru. Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who's on the show here for today. All right, with us today on the show will be... There we go. We got Chris Ruffolo back in his seat. We got with us Tony Brown. Ninos will be signing in shortly. We got Damian Sosh. We got Alex Smart and Shane Mickle with us here today. Here's how they're going to line up for this evening. Smart, Brown, Ninos, Sosh, Mickle, Ruffolo, and then I will close this one out. All right, all the way back from Vegas, Chris.
Tony, I had to make sure that my butt groove in my chair was still there, but thankfully it is. But no, you know what? I miss Vegas, but all good things must come to an end. I'm back home and ready to give out more winners, kind of like I never left.
That's right, like you never left. That's right. Had a good time. I heard you had winning tickets there in Vegas, so let's see if we can continue that streak going. Let's get the show started. Let's go ahead and welcome Alex Smart to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, where he does fine work up there. I think we can find Alex in right now. Alex, how's it going?
Good. This is buffet here. It's going to be a play buffet.
That's right. Play buffet tonight.
I love those buffets. I love those buffets. There was a really horrible one at, you guys ever remember the Imperial Palace?
Oh, yes.
That was disgusting. Anyway, but those were the good ones.
They had a good Chinese restaurant upstairs, though.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. I think
it wasn't bad. I can still remember the place. All right, here we go. At 10 Eastern Time, TNT doubleheader game features the Clippers to host the Jazz here. The Jazz laying a point, the total 218.
Yeah, we're looking at two teams that maybe not maybe, but they're in a bit of a downtrend right now. But from a talent-wise perspective, these are including my power rankings. I look at the Clippers as the inferior team here, even though they're at home. And what I looked at, I waited a little bit on this, and it was going to be a premium play, but quality play. It's a quality selection here based on the concept that Donovan Mitchell will dominate tonight. Now, I know he's been upgraded, and that gives me hope for Utah starting to move forward here. I've got some futures tickets on Utah, and so I'm really looking forward to them moving in the right direction again. And it's not just hopemism, but I just don't like the way the Clippers are playing overall. Even when George is in the lineup, they're very inconsistent. They could flip-flop either way on any given night. And I really like I think Utah will have some energy with Mitchell in the lineup tonight, and I really look for them to bring home the cash.
All right, we got Alex here on the Utah Jazz here, laying the point here against the LA Clippers. All right, Chris, still some question marks. Mitchell will be in, but still some question marks regarding Bogdanovich, Gobert here for the Clippers, but we now see George inserted here in the expected lineup here for the Clippers. Of course, you expect minutes restrictions here. Probably not going to be at his best even when he comes in.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Even if he's back in the lineup, it's as well as Paul George could play and is itching to get back onto the court. We've seen it a lot more often than not that it takes teams, at least a game to really adjust to getting one of their best players back in the lineup and back to full usage. And the Utah Jazz, even without Bogdanovich, I still think that a healthy Donovan Mitchell likely the difference here for the Jazz.
George will play. That's the report here. His first action since December 22nd. A long time here for the Georgian. But still the Jazz are lane one against the Clippers. This one will have a start time of 10 Eastern Time, your doubleheader game over on TNT. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight. Well, we got 5 here from the NBA. Big hockey card with 2 NIT. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, so tonight we've got some action. We got a total. We have a side blast, and we also have all games. I have a side in the St. Bonnie's, and have the side on the Texas A&M and State Tilt. So I've got a full card tonight, and let's make always.
Let's get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight over at the site. He's got a sharp money late play here. Steam side here from the NBA, a total as well turning 3-pack as well with the NIT in a 3-pack. But of course, your best value there is getting long-term with Alex. Get one of those one month all sports passes. You get every play from Alex Smart here for the month. All his NBA. That'll take you to the first series, round series of the NBA playoffs, as well as the NHL to the end of the regular season. And of course, the start of baseball, which is coming up here in just about less than 10 days here. So a good time to get on board with one of Alex's 1 month all sports pass over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can add a second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. It's even greater value. All right, Alex, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Can I ask you guys one quick question? Chris, this
Sure.
is just a blast. What's the buffet in Vegas?
What's the one?
Your best buffet in Vegas.
Oh God, do I have the shorter list is what isn't the best buffet in Vegas? You know what? I will go with the Wicked Spoon at the Cosmo. I know it gets a bad rap, but I like the Wicked Spoon.
Okay, I like it. Take
There you
care.
go. All right, take care. Alex Smart here on the Drive to Talking Vegas here. Maybe he's planning a trip to Vegas soon. Alex Smart.
You do realize that asking me which buffet in Vegas is the best one's like asking me which one of my kids I love more. It's like it's not something that I'm able to. It's not an easy decision for me to take lightly.
That's right. That's right. More is the best. Whatever has more. That's right.
I will say this. I stayed at the MGM, and I hope nobody from MGM is watching. But the MGM Grand Buffet needs to get better. It was not what I was expecting for a place like the MGM Grand that has such, I won't say luster associated with its name, but like I said, I expected a little bit better.
No. Well, so, all right. Well, we'll put that in notation there. Chris expected better at the MGM. Of course, it took a big chunk out of his wallet, so there was high expectations there, no doubt about that. All right, let's continue on here with the drive-thru. Well, speaking of buffets in Vegas, I think we caught him here between bites. Let's go ahead and bring him in right now. It's our man Tony Brown in Vegas. He's warming up. He's warming up before he hits the sports book. Carbon up before the sports books, Tony Brown?
Yeah, buddy, I'm not at a buffet. I'm actually at the Santa Fe Station. I'm at the Oyster Bar, and it's one of the best restaurants in Vegas. They have a franchise of them at, a few stations, but the one here at Santa Fe is actually one of the better ones, and I just had a delicious lunch. And anybody who's listening, the best buffet in Vegas is the Bucanal Buffet at Caesar's Palace.
There you go. I know that. I've seen videos on YouTube of it. Yes, I know. Yeah, I've heard great things about that buffet. All right.
I love it there.
Yep. I said, is it over a C note now?
It's $89.
All right, it's approaching it.
It's getting there.
All right, it is. All right, here we go, Tony Brown, 7:30 Eastern time. This is the number one. This is your game on TNT. And said, no, Bucks in Philadelphia. No, we're not going to put you on TNT. We're going to put the Lakers and Mavericks on TNT here, 7:30 Eastern time. Mavericks to host the Lakers here. Mavericks are laying 11.5, total 219.5.
Yeah, first things first, we're going to buy that hook and get it on up to 12. I know you guys don't really like the hook, but I guess it's just a Vegas thing. Living here in Vegas, I've won and lost so many games by the hook. Like, it's just a standard practice for me to do it now. So I'm going to get that line up to 12, and I'm going to take the Lakers. We're absolutely in desperation mode right now. We're sitting in 10th place. That's the last spot for the playoff game. And we're only half a game up from New Orleans. And the bright side of the thing, though, we're only half a game out of the 9th spot. So every single game, it's only 9 or 8 games left. We're going to leave it all on the floor every time. I mean, I don't think we can beat Dallas. I don't even think we're built to beat Dallas right now. But 12 points is way too many. I think we keep it close, and Lakers plus 12 is my free play for today.
All right, Tony Brown here will be on the Lakers plus the 12. Of course, the injury news is the key here. We've known Davis and none out, but the key here is with James. He is out. We saw him go down in that game against the Pelicans. Of course, Dallas dealing with injuries of their own, but it looks like they're starting 5 intact. And, it really comes down to this, Chris. It's a battle between the Spurs and the Lakers here for that 10th seed. And, of course, the Lakers, they're looking at, at the very best now. The Lakers looking probably in that sudden death play-in game.
Definitely, for sure. That's why these games are so important. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say, I think it's kind of ironic. Wasn't it LeBron James that was questioning the play-in tournament from the very beginning? They didn't want it to, ever be a thing, and now it's really the only thing saving the Lakers season right now is the possibility of that 9-10 game and not having to really fight for that 8th spot. But, Tori's right. It is going to be a hard-fought game, and I know I'm sitting between, my co-host and a Laker fan, but I'm really surprised that the Bucks and Sixers game isn't the TV game. But it's the Lakers, so I shouldn't be surprised, I guess.
Yeah, we're America's team. We're like the Cowboys.
That's right. That's right. It is. You know,
the Raptors are Canada's team. We don't have a choice.
That's true.
No matter how bad we're playing, people want to see Laker basketball, even with LeBron out. But even with LeBron out, no matter who we put on that floor, they're all in desperation mode. You know what I mean? And even if Dallas is up 12, 13, 14 points in the fourth quarter, they sit Luka, let it go. I think we get a backdoor cover. 12 points is just a lot.
All right, Tony Brown here on the Lakers. We have on the show pick here 11.5. He probably has 12 in his pocket at Santa Fe there against the Dallas Mavericks. This one will have a start time of 7:30 Eastern time. This right. This one is on TNT if you can figure that one out. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight. Doing great work in the NHL. Over 1,500 units of profit, 5 from the NBA. 2 from the NIT. I don't think you touched those minor tournaments, but we got a good hockey card. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, I got a nice 5-pack up tonight. I got 2 NBA games, 2 NHL games, and I did pick one of those NIT games. You can get them individually, or you can grab all 5 in a bundle.
Tony Brown picking the NIT. All right, there we go. All right, get on board with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers here in the NHL, doing fine work, over 1,500 units of profit, all documented. So if you visit Pick Dogs Premium, you go to Tony Brown's profile page, go to Pick History, scroll down, you'll see all his plays documented. Of course, but before you get there, check out his pick packages. Of course, he's got lots of plays up there. Individual plays here from the NBA. He's got a couple from the NHL, as well as college basketball. He calls it the perfect pick here from the NIT. So get on board with individual plays. But again, probably your best value is going with the long-term pass. You know, Tony has that 7-day or pass. He's got the 30-day all sports pass, but you get all his plays. If you get a 30-day pass, you get started in baseball, finish the rest of college teams. But Tony Brown, I know you're a year-round guy. That one-year pass is the best value there.
Yeah, baseball is just around the corner. Basketball is ending up. We're still going to have the playoffs and the championship. Same with the NHL. It's like if you're still buying plays day by day by day, you're just here to, take a chance or maybe get lucky one night or something. But if you're serious about making money betting sports, then those all-year season passes, VIP, it's the only way to go. Like, if you already would have made your money back on the pass in the NHL alone, and now you're just getting picked for the rest of the year for free.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Tony Brown's one-year VIP all sports pass. Your best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. Comes up to about $110 when you price it out per month, and of course it's just $1 a day, probably about $3.50 a day. So great value there with the one-year pass. All right, Tony Brown, as always, great having you on the show. Enjoy your night in Vegas there. Hope you hit some winners, and I know you also contribute to the Puckin' Crazy show. I see in the thumbnail you contribute to that hockey show.
Yeah, every day, Monday through Friday at 12:30 my time. Puckin' Crazy with Joe Madden. We on there giving out the winners for sure.
Giving out winners there in Puckin' Crazy. Catch Tony Brown, 3:30 Eastern show with Joe Madden. All right, Tony Brown, enjoy Vegas, your Vegas night, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Always. Thank you guys for having me, and I'll see you guys again on Thursday.
You got it. Tony Brown here on the Drive to. Let's continue. Hi, you're joined by Chris Ruffolo. Hey, just a reminder, subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started every single day. 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Then about 10:05, he'll be sitting next to Joe Madden. They'll go over their sports betting pick show for the day with free picks, a lot of talk about line moves, public fades, sports betting tools, and a lot of content there. Of course, you can interact through the chat room with Joe and with Mitch. And of course, lots of shows leading up to us. We got the Puckin' Crazy show, we got a soccer show, Mitch's betting tool show, and then we're here Monday through Friday at 6 Eastern time with the Drive Thru. We always ask for help, guys. Contribute to our success with those likes, those thumbs up, Chris. It really helps us out.
Yeah, absolutely, Tony, it does, because I say it all the time, and it's true. Without your guys' love and support, the ones that are watching these live shows, the videos, what have you on Pick Dogs, giving us that support with those thumbs up, Pick Dogs wouldn't be where it is today. So thank you guys for the love and support. Keep it coming in to show you guys how much we appreciate it. We'll do a like goal today. 150 likes will get you an NIT play for tonight's college hoops action, as well as a player prop from the NBA. I'm trying to see if I can maybe find a second, spice up the pot a little bit, but either way, you'll get for sure 2 plays for tonight's action. We need 150 likes to get there.
150 likes. Keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue on here on the Drive. So let's see if El Nino's back from that. He's been dealing with that Florida traffic. He's made it back. El Nino's, what's going on?
Going pretty good here. How are you?
You're probably happy to hope to see spring break finish here. So here we go. 7 Eastern time. We're going to he's not. He likes spring break. All right, 7 Eastern time. We've got the Penguins here to host the Rangers here. The Pens laying $1.70, total 6.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it should be a great game. 2 very good teams going at it. Pittsburgh is at home. But again, just think they're all just too big a favorite here. Just laying a bit too much juice. They're a very good team. Some of the best players in the league are on there, but the Rangers do have a few very talented players themselves, dealing with some injuries. But again, just getting way too much value for me to pass up on, and they have one of the best goalies in the league right now too, and that'll always give you a chance to win the game. So I'm taking a shot on the Rangers in that plus money.
All right, Nino's going to take the Rangers here plus 150 against the Penguins. All right, Chris, big favorite here for Pittsburgh. Of course, it was the Rangers that beat the Penguins at home here 5-1 recently.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the reason why I was looking at the Rangers again. I just think there's too much value with this New York team. You know, it's not often you're going to get a team that has, 40 wins out of 60, 65 wins or 65 games this season at plus 150. I mean, you know, the Rangers, I just think that they're one of those teams that are just not getting respected by odds makers. I'll take that disrespect. I'll take the Rangers and plus money all day here.
Agreement here on the Rangers plus 150 against the Penguins. This one to have a start time 7 Eastern time NHL Center Ice package. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Prim, where you're doing fantastic work here. Look at the numbers here in NHL. 1,056 units of profit, all documented. Also showing great profit in the NBA with 949 units. Okay, we got a good NHL card tonight. We got 5 from the NBA, a couple of NIT. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
You said good NHL cards, so I do have a 3-pack there. And then I have a 3-pack with my best bet in each sport. If you want a little bit of everything, or again, if you want all the picks, just grab a long-term pass or get the 2-for-1 capper specials.
That's right, guys. Got on board with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium, doing fantastic work this season here in the NHL and NBA. Documented here at over 1,000 units in the NHL, nearly 1,000 in the NBA. It's all documented. When you visit his profile page, go to Pick History. You can see every pick. As you go to Pick History, you'll scroll down his pick package and see El Ninos has a Tuesday triple. He takes a best bet from each of his sports. He puts it together in a 3-pack for $40, which is very affordable pricing. Also a 3-pack on the way here from NHL. A lot of individual plays and 3-packs on the board here. But again, your best value here is a long-term pass. You want to try Al for 3 days? Do it. A 3-day all sports pass to get you all of El Ninos' plays today, tomorrow, and the next. So through Thursday with a 3-day all sports pass from El Ninos, all his NBA, all his college hoops. Of course, an NHL amounts to about $30 a day, which is the price of one of his plans. So a good time to get on board with that 3-day all sports pass, and then you can also upgrade at the end of the week and go longer term with Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs. All right, Al, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. I know you also contribute midweeks to the Puck and Crazy show.
Yeah, a bit of a busy week, so I tried to get on there Monday, but not sure if I'll be making it this week. I have a couple of things I need to take care of, unfortunately, but we'll do my best to be on there as often as possible. But you guys check it out every day. Joe really knows her hockey, and we also have some other great cappers giving out some great picks on there. So check it out every weekday at 3:30 Eastern.
Yeah, that's right. When you look at Al Ninos and Tony Brown, it's the top leaderboards in the NHL. All right, Al, have yourself a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Al Ninos here on the drive here. Let's continue on with our coverage here, joined by Chris. Chris, where do we sit with our like goal?
It's right at 44 likes right now, just about a third of the way to our goal. Still need about just about 5 likes. So got 134 people watching right now. Not at that point where if everybody clicked the like button and have our goal, but we're getting close. So keep those likes coming in. Sooner you get them in, sooner we can make sure we get you the plays for tonight's action.
That's right. Keep those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue now on the drive-through. Time for Damian Sosh. Damian, what's happening?
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going great. All right, here we go. Tonight, let's make sure we have the right game for you. No, we don't. We don't have the right game. That was yesterday's game that came in. So anyway, we got the game for you here between the Nets and the Pistons here. The Nets laying some number here is about 13.5.
Yeah, it's a really big number. The Pistons have been very good against the spread this year, and when I looked at this number, I think the books really want us to be on Detroit in this one, but I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to be on the Nets. Kyrie, we know now, is finally allowed to play at home games here for Brooklyn. Now, the Nets lost in his debut, so to speak, against Charlotte. Kyrie kind of looked like he was really pressing in that game. I think in this one here, we're going to see a more relaxed Kyrie. He's going against the 24th ranked defense in the league in Detroit. Detroit's also dealing with some injury issues. Jeremy Grant's obviously out. And I think other than Cade Cunningham and Sadiq Bey, there's not really an offensive threat that the Nets defense is really going to need to key on. The Nets, meanwhile, they're about as healthy as they have been all season. Durant had 51 points the last time these two met. Now, I know the Nets have the Bucks on deck, but they're battling for playoff position. Meanwhile, the Pistons are kind of battling for ping pong balls, really. I don't see the Nets taking the Pistons light by any means, especially after their recent loss to Charlotte. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I think this high number, the books are kind of edging us towards Detroit, but I'm going to go the other way and take the Nets in this one.
All right, we got Damian here with the Nets laying 13.5 here against the Detroit Pistons. All right, Chris, Jeremy Grant in the lineup here for the Detroit Pistons. We did see the Nets bully a team recently, pound in Orlando, and win a memorable game there. They were kind of going toward almost 100 points in the first half.
Yeah, and I think we're actually going to be seeing a little bit of the opposite tonight. I think, the Pistons are going to want to try to keep this a slower paced game to try to avoid letting the Nets get too far to reach. But again, we've seen the Pistons struggle to score, and sometimes getting to 100 points can be a bit of a chore for this team. So I think 228.5, I think that's where the total is right now. It's just a little bit too high. I was looking for the under to come in this one.
All right, Chris looking under here. And of course, we've got Damian Sosh here on Brooklyn laying 13.5 against the Pistons. And this one will begin here at 7:30 Eastern Time over on NBA League Pass channel. All right, Damian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. We put up some really good numbers here for 2022, 625 units of profit, all documented over at the site. Of course, we got 5 from the NBA, a lot of NHL, a couple from the NIT. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, guys, we've had a really nice run here in the NCAA tournament, and we're going to take a stab here at the NIT tournament. I've got 2 plays that I really like in the NIT, a side and a total. Those are available for sale, or you can get them together in my 3-pack, along with my favorite NBA play of the day, which is a total in the Sixers-Bucks game. So head on over, pick yourself up, individual play, winner circle pass, or as always, 3-7 30-day plan will get you everything I have in store for today and going forward.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Damian Sosh over at Pick Dogs. You see the numbers here for the year: 625 units of profit, all documented over at the site. Now, these guys, as Damian was saying, a winner circle 3-pack, affordable pricing, $45 for that 3-pack. Got an NIT hammer play, also a total of the day from the NIT. Lots of individual plays up here. Again, the long-term pass would be your way to go here with Damian. He does have a 30-day all-sports pass. You get every play from Damian over at Pick Dogs Premium for 30 days. Includes all his NBA Premium. Of course, that'll take you right in the playoffs, right? The first round of the playoffs. This pass takes you to April the 27th. So we're already in the first week. The NBA playoffs begin April 16th. So you got 11 days of first-round action there from those 8 series from the first round. Of course, it'll take you to the end of the NHL, as the NHL ends April 29th. And of course, all his baseball begins here in a matter of less than 10 days now. So 2 weeks of baseball. When you get that 1-month all sports pass from Damian Sosh, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Damian, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you here in a couple days.
All right, guys, have a good one.
You got it. Damian Sosh here on the drive to. Let's continue on here, joined by Chris. Chris, where do we sit now with our like goal?
We're at 77 likes right now. We got 157 people watching. So now we're at that part of the show where basically if everyone that was watching the show just click the like button, doesn't cost you a cent. We would get to our like goal, get you 2 plays for tonight's action, an NIT play from the college hoops action, as well as an NBA player prop. And if we can get to 175, I found a second player prop that I like. We can get you 3 plays. But let's get to our first goal, 150 first.
Let's get to 150 first. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's bring in Shane Mickle if I'm over at Pick Dogs. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, guys?
It's going great. All right, here we go. We got to the NIT. We got a game here for you from the NIT, 7 Eastern Time over on ESPN. We got Xavier here to face St. Bonaventure. The Bonnies here, a 1.5 favorite, total 138.
Yeah, just looking at this game, just from name recognition. I mean, St. Bonaventure's always had a historically decent basketball program. But you might be a little surprised that the St. Bonnies are favored in this game. But I think it's the right play here. Both these teams have had tough stretches to get to this champion or the semifinals in Madison Square Garden. But the big difference here is the Bonnies have been on the road, while Xavier's had the home court advantage. The St. Bonaventure went to Colorado, went to Oklahoma, and then went to Virginia. Now it's the NIT, but Oklahoma and Virginia are both very difficult places to play. This is almost, I'm not saying it's to be a home game at Madison Square Garden, but this is a team that has all their fans behind them. They're closer to Madison Square Garden than Xavier is in Cincinnati. And, they don't have a deep bench, but they're well-rested coming in this game, and everyone that they play can score. They might only score 7 or 8 players, but every one of those guys can get 10, 20 points in a game. And I think they're going to use that to their advantage in this game. I think that their offense is better than Xavier's. And I think that they're going to get the job done here. I'm going to take St. Bonnie's laying the points.
All right, we got Shane here with St. Bonnie's laying the points. I know you won't get an argument from Chris because he picked them to win the NIT. I will make this note here, Chris, and hear about this Xavier team. They do know the rims here at Madison Square Garden playing the Big East tournament.
This is true, but I mean, they don't necessarily have the I would say the traveling fan base that I think St. Bonaventure is going to have for this being only a 5-hour drive for those from the Riley Center in St. Bonaventure to MSG, and I think that pseudo home game is going to lift the Bonnies here. You know, like you said, Tony, I still have that futures on St. Bonaventure to win the NIT, and I mean, I would be kind of doing myself a disservice if I went the other way here, I think. So I'm going to stick with the Bonnies in this one.
Yeah, I can't argue. I told you their only obstacle would be Texas A&M, I feel. Now you know what I like in the other game. But anyways, that looks to me, I thought that from the get-go. St. Bonnie's here laying a point half against Xavier. This one will have a start time of 7 Eastern time. This one's on ESPN. The A&M and Washington State game. No, what's Washington State? We're going to put you on ESPN too. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Prim here for tonight. Lots of action here from hockey. We got 5 from the NBA, a couple of NIT. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, it's a pretty light card for me tonight. I've got one NIT play in that Texas A&M Washington State game, and that's an individual package, $34.99. Or I have that play in my 2 top NBA plays for the night. So a 3-pack for $39.99. Or hop on something long term. You know, my Kansas Jayhawks are playing this weekend. I mean, if you hop on the 7-day pass, now you'll get the semifinals. Hopefully, the Kansas Jayhawks in the national championship too. Or hop on something for 30 days. You know, you get the start of baseball season. The NBA postseason's almost here, and the long term passes are definitely the best bang for your buck. So hop on something and let's make some money together. That's
right, guys. Get on board with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got action up there. The NIT winner up there for you tonight in that second game. Also, a Tuesday night basketball 3-pack. He puts together 2 NBA winners with a college basketball winner. Of course, as Shane was talking about, the long-term pass, the 7-day all sports pass will get you the remainder of college basketball. He'll get you the semifinal round here from the NIT, the finals from the NIT. If he posts one, if he posts the final from the basketball classic, because they're going to play, the finals on the same day on Thursday, as well as all his Final Four and the NCAA title game, which will be on Monday coming up here. So a good time to get on board with that 7-day all sports pass, including as well all of Shane's NBA and NHL for that 7-day period. All right, Shane, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. Now, did you make that trip there to see the Jayhawks over the weekend?
I did. It was good. I was kind of nervous. I thought Mitch was going to get the best of us at halftime, but the second half they definitely came on. So, you know, I definitely came home a happy man.
All right, you guys in the Final Four. Are you heading out there if they make it to the final?
No, couldn't swing it. I wanted to, but couldn't swing it. So I will be on the weekend show this weekend. Hopefully, I'm sure I'll hear about that from Mitch. So.
Yes, we'll tune in the weekend show, 10 a.m. Eastern time. A lot of the cappers on drive-through here, they guest on the show with Mitch and Joe Madden, giving out those free picks and really good topics there on the weekends, 10 a.m. Eastern time. All right, Shane, have yourself a great evening. We'll talk in a couple days.
Sounds good. I think I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
See you guys tomorrow night. Shane Mickle here on the drive-through. Let's continue on with the coverage here. Join with Chris. Chris, where do we sit now with our like goal?
Tony, we're at 105 likes, 153 people watching. So, again, if everybody that was watching right now, just click that like button. Doesn't cost you a cent. It'll help us get to our like goal where I can get you an NIT play for tonight's action as well as an NBA player prop. And if we can get to 175, our second goal, I'll have a second NBA player prop in there as well. But let's get to 150 first. We're at 109 right now.
All right, let's get those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue on here at the drive-thru. Chris, it's front and center for you. We're going to the NBA. This is the game people have been looking at here. 76ers have faced the Bucks, NBA League Pass Channel. 76ers are lane 1, total sits 231. You got to look at this one a different way.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a bit of a same-game parlay here. It's a bit of a different look at it. I know you could lay the point and a half, whatever you have with the Sixers, but I'm starting off by going the other way. I'm going with the Milwaukee Bucks here. You know, we've seen when this Bucks team is fully healthy, you know, they can get on to another level, and then they step to teams like the Philadelphia 76ers. And I think at this line, I'm almost begging you to take Philadelphia. I think a lot of overreaction is being given out with Milwaukee and how they got kind of beat up by the Memphis Grizzlies, and I I think Joel Embiid's going to have his hands full with Brook Lopez tonight, as strange as that may sound to some people. I think that's going to leave the door open for Giannis to really have a field day. So I'm gonna look for the Bucks to win, but I'm also going to parlay that up with Giannis to have a double-double. Right now it's sitting around plus 125, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that Giannis has had a double-double in 11 straight games against the Philadelphia 76ers, averaging 32.7 points and 15.4 rebounds per game in that 11-game stretch. So you can parlay that up, the Bucks to win and Giannis to have a double at plus 125. Or if you want to add a third leg to the same game parlay, add the Bucks to win, Giannis to have a double-double, and Giannis points, rebounds, and assists over 47.5. Because like I said, those two numbers alone, those average, you don't even need to worry about assists at that point because we're up in the 48 range if he averages those or keeps those numbers in line with tonight's game as well. That'd be 48, and that'd be no problem. So I would look at that. That's sitting around, I think, plus 245 for that three-leg parlay. But for the show, Milwaukee Bucks to win and Giannis to have a double-double.
All right, Bucks to win, Giannis to have a double-double, plus 135 is your return. Yeah, no argument here. You know, the Bucks had dominated here the Philadelphia 76ers. They had won 6 in a row until they met in February and they lost. But again, it wasn't the same. It's not the same Bucks team. Now they come in here winning 6 of 7, and they've got all the health. They mentioned pretty much a healthy roster now.
Yeah, and there's that word we've been using all season, Tony, health. You know, that's kind of what a lot of these teams are going to need. I know we're going to start seeing some players potentially be rested over the next couple weeks for the, I'd say, the final stretch run heading into the playoffs if teams have already clinched. But the Bucks are jostling for playoff positioning right now. I know Damian mentioned that with the Brooklyn Nets earlier. You know, and I think the Bucks just I don't want to say they want this game more, but I think that's kind of just where I am with this Bucks team. The Sixers pretty much are going to be where they're going to be, but I think this game is more important to the Bucks as a statement to say, hey, we're still one of the top teams in the East. We're still the defending champions. A lot of respect's being given to the Heat and the Sixers right now based on the runs they've been on, but let's not sleep on the Bucks when they got a guy like Giannis and they have a nice second piece in Chris Middleton.
Both these teams, the Sixers and the Bucks, have played 74 games, which means they both have 8 games remaining. 3 teams atop the Eastern Conference have 28 losses. Heat, Sixers, Bucks. So there's a fight here for the Eastern Conference top spot. One game in the loss column behind are the Boston Celtics with 29 losses there. So one game in the loss column, Chris, separates these 4 teams that hit the number 1 seed.
That's crazy. And I mean, you know, you wouldn't have necessarily thought that with the Boston Celtics earlier on, but since the All-Star break, this Celtics team has been on a tirade, just taking down whoever's been in front of them. I haven't seen the Celtics play any of these teams, any of those 3 teams down the stretch, but I think, you know, like you said, with these top 4, no game, I think, can be taken as a gimme. You got to take each and every one and each and every opportunity as it comes because, like you said, one slip-up could take you from first all the way to 4th.
Hey, I told Javon about the Boston Celtics this year in his season preview. Remember that? All right, here we go. Bucks to win, and Giannis and a double-double at plus 135. This one will have a start time here of 7 Eastern time, and sadly, it's on NBA League Pass channel for the Laker fans. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight. Well, we got, as we said, a 5-game card from the NBA. Lots of action on the ice there as when we have those 2 NIT. What do you have going on over at the site?
I think Tony just put me in my place regarding the Boston Celtics. But you know, tonight we got a 3-pack on the hardwood. We've got my favorite NIT play as well as 2 NBA matchups. You know, we were a half point away from sweeping the board on the NBA last night. Looking to finish what I started with those 3 plays. Got that for $39.95. We talk long term. You know, 3 days will you know get you up until I believe close to the Final Four if we get those plays in the night before. It'll still get you some NBA action, some smaller college hoops tournaments, NHL. The week gets you the national championship game in college hoops. And the month will, like Tony said earlier, get you first couple weeks of baseball season as well. The year gets you full seasons of every major sport for about $100 a month. You know, the 2-for-1 capper deal, compare two of us up, get 2 hardworking cappers for 1 great price. Right now, I just put up my my baseball season pass. A couple people already took advantage, $4.99. It's an early season price. Once opening day, the first pitch happens, that price is going up. So if your baseball is your game and you want to make the most value of I'd say the one of the slower periods of our calendar year, you got a great chance to take advantage of it over at Pick Dogs Premium, but you got to go over there and check it out.
Yeah, get on board here with Chris over at Pick Dogs. He's got a 3-point play. His 3 packs right now. A half-point cost him a 5-0 in the NBA on Monday, so he's out to go perfect here on the day. So get on board with that 3-pack from Chris. Of course, he can also go long-term, as Chris was talking about, with his long-term passes, 30-day pass. He also has his Grand Slam MLB season pass, a preseason special. Wow, he's got a great value there on baseball. You're going to get, was this true? You're going to get, this looks like a price for a half season. Well, he's giving you the whole season for $500. Wow. Am I right? Am I reading this right? Yeah, I am reading this right. Okay. All right, Chris has lost it. Anyway, I guess, all right, here we go. It's $500 here for the entire MLB season. That's including playoffs. You know, they added a postseason team now, right? We got the wild card is going to be a little different this year, but there's more games. More games means there's more betting opportunities, and that's what you're going to get with Chris's MLB season pass. It's preseason special, so that means once April 7th comes, it's over. So you better get on it now, because this is a great deal here for $499. All of Major League Baseball, every play here up until the finals of the World Series. That's October. Wow, that's sometimes it goes into November, right? So we've got a lot of baseball. Just do the math. It's almost 7 months there of baseball. It's a long season, my friends. It's a very long season. You'll get every premium pick from Chris for $499. It's less than $98. I have to do the math here really quickly. When you divide 500 to divide by 7, it's well under $100. So that's a good time for a month. So get on board with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium. His MLB season pass. It's a preseason special because it's over April 7th. All right, let's continue on here with the drive-thru. Chris, where do we sit here with the like goal?
Well, Tony, we've made a bit of progress. We're at 133 likes right now, 205 people watching. So we're about 17 likes away from our first goal, 150 to get you an NIT play for tonight, as well as an NBA player prop. And then we can get to 175. I'll throw in a second player prop as well, but we need about 17 likes to hit our first goal.
All right, let's first things first. Let's get to that like goal. Let's hope I don't lose any likes with this one. Here we go. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. I always say that because I looked at this game and, hey, guys, slim pickings tonight. Here we go. Wizards here to face the Bulls here. Bulls laying 3.5 on the road. Total 222.5. That's right. I'm holding my nose and taking the Bulls here. Again, almost like last night. Now, last night was, as I said, it was the living versus the dead angle this time of the year. We're at that part of the year where you can put we put the Pacers in the casket. We buried them, and Atlanta buried them again. So that's what we took. Now, the Wizards aren't quite buried, but they're at the point of burial because they are 5.5 games back of Atlanta for that 10th seed, and I don't think Atlanta is going to get much ground. The Hornets are playing good enough not to lose a 5-game lead here on the Washington Wizards. So I think the Wizards are on they're on death watch here, and they're pretty much out of this thing in my eyes. And I think here, in this situation with the Bulls. Now, the Bulls sitting as the 5th seed. They're tied with Toronto with the 5th. I guess they're tied in record with Toronto, so they're both sharing that 5 and 6 seed. But sitting in the 7th seed are the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are 1 game behind the loss column. So now you better start getting a little serious now with what we got here. 7 games remaining on the schedule. The Bulls, if they want to eliminate that play-in round, they're going to have to start. They're going to need to stay ahead of Cleveland. And in this scenario here, so they're sitting at 43 and 32. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Bulls team, but basically a team that really needs it more in this position against a Washington team that's pretty much down and out right now. I know they've covered 4 of 6, but when you look at Chicago, they have gotten a bit healthy here. We know Ball's out, but they've got Caruso in there, Vucevic, DeRozan, Levine. I'm just going to go here, Chris, and put my money on the living.
Yeah, I think that's the only way to really look at this one, Tony. And funny enough, the 150 goal, this game is where the player prop is from. So don't worry, you don't have to necessarily plug your nose too hard, because there is lots of value to be had here. But like you said, I think it's simply the Washington Wizards on life support. I look for the Bulls to pull the plug tonight.
All right, they'll love to play them. Take them to the mortuary. Will be the Bulls here, laying 3.5 against the Washington Wizards. This one will have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. You could watch it over on NBA League Pass channel. Hey guys, I have a 3-pack over at Pick Dogs Premium. I take my 2 NIT best bets and put them together with an NBA play. I also have a standalone NBA play, so 4 premium picks on the site right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. You can also match them up with Chris, with Tony Brown, with El Ninos, with Shane Mickle, Damian Sosh, Alex Smart, with our 2-for-1 capper promotion, because I also have a 3, 7, and 30-day all sports pass, so you can match me up with one of the cappers there, and of course get on board with my 3-pack or my 7 over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, the all sports passes, you can get that second capper there with that special, with our 2 capper promotion. All right, let's continue on here with the drive-through. Chris, where do we sit with our like goal?
Tony, we hit our first like goal of 150 likes. We're at 153 right now, so 188 people watching. There's still a little bit of time. We need 20 more likes to get to our second goal of 175. But you guys will for sure be getting at least one play from the NIT tonight and one NBA player prop. But to get that second player prop, we need about 20 more likes.
All right, 20 more likes. Keep those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue on here with the drive-through. Time for the recap. And, Ninos, I don't know why I kept him in the monitor, but anyway, he's there. He's saying goodbye to everyone. All right, we got started here with, well, actually, we don't have Chris in here. Let me get this thing fixed here. That's right, because I forgot. Yeah, Chris, you were out of town yesterday, so you were off the screen. So I gotta get you back here on the screen. Let them know, Chris. Again, we get to that 175. What did they get again?
Yeah, leave it to me to screw everything up, Tony. But we're getting one NIT play for tonight, as well as an NBA player prop. We can get to that second goal of 175. We're about 11 likes away. I'll throw in a second NBA player prop as well. 3 plays that we can make some money for you guys with tonight.
All right, 3 plays we can make some money here with Chris. So keep these thumbs up coming in as I get Chris back here on the screen. As we continue on here with the recap, we've got Chris on the screen, so let's go ahead and go on. Let's get the recap started here. We got started here with Alex. Alex says take the Jazz, lay the 1 against the Clippers. Tony Brown, Lakers here, plus 11.5 against the Mavericks. Ninos says Rangers plus 150 against the Penguins. Damian Sosh says Nets lay the 13.5 against the Pistons. Shane was on the same Bonaventure, minus 1.5 against Xavier. Chris says Bucks to win. Giannis to have a double-double at plus 135. Yours truly, Bulls laying 3.5 against the Wizards. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, Tony, I said I would be going against myself and doing a disservice if I went against Shane. So I got to go with St. Bonnie's, keep my futures bet alive, and laying the 1.5 against Xavier.
Yeah, I have to go with that one, too. I'll agree there with the St. Bonnie's laying 1.5 against Xavier. All right, Chris, we got to our like goal. So let's give us the picks.
All right, well, the first one, we're going to be looking at this Washington State and Texas A&M NIT matchup. We're going to take the under 132.5. I looked at this game up and down, and every time I looked at it, I just see this game as the first to 65 wins. Both teams take care of the basketball. Both are defense first. The offense isn't necessarily what we see these two teams excel at. They're capable of scoring, but I think this is just going to be a slower pace game. Like I said, first to 65 wins. I can see it being 64, 62, whichever way you slice it. But either way, I love the under 132.5 in that matchup. And the first player prop, well, we're going to go back to that Bulls and Wizards matchup, like I was saying, and we're going to take Nikola Vucevic over 10.5 rebounds. This is a very, very soft interior defense for the Washington Wizards. And you know what? I don't care if the Wizards picked up Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis is not a guy that likes to bang inside and grab rebounds. He's more of your quote-unquote Dirk Nowitzki type of big man who likes to, park outside and shoot, as opposed to, using his height and size inside to grab rebounds. Vucevic, not necessarily scared of that. In the first 2 matchups against the Wizards this season, Vucevic had 14 and 12 rebounds. And the Wizards, they're allowing opposing centers to have an average of 16.3 rebounds per game this season. I got to think we see a big game from Vucevic in terms of grabbing the boards tonight. So those are going to be your 2 plays for the 150-like goal. We got the under in Washington State and Texas A&M, and Nikola Vucevic over in rebounds.
All right, we got that, Chris. We got our first goal. And guess what, Chris? We got our second goal, so it's time for another pick.
All right, well, we got our second goal. Good. That's why we're going to go with Donovan Mitchell over 25.5 points. Do your shopping. I've seen 25s. I've seen 24.5s as well. But either way, I like Donovan Mitchell to have a big night against this Clippers defense that's really regressed over the last couple weeks. Over their last 5 games, the Clippers, 27th in the NBA in defensive efficiency, 21st in opponent field goal percentage, 24th in opponent three-point makes, and 28th in opponent three-point percentage. Donovan Mitchell in his last 3 games against the Clippers, averaging just under 29 points per game. I think, with no Bogdanovich and, like I said, a still banged-up Clippers team that could still be getting used to life with Paul George back in the lineup, I got to go over in Donovan Mitchell's points total tonight.
Over there from Chris Ruffolo. All right, thanks, Chris, for your plays. And, of course, thanks to the audience out there for your contribution with those likes, those thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. That'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll have 8 cappers booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget, it all gets started every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Then 10:05, Joe Madden joins Mitch with their sports betting pick show with picks as well as line moves, a lot of industry discussion. Check them out there at 10:05 Eastern. Of course, 3 shows leading up to ours. We've got the Puck and Crazy show with Joe Madden, and a hockey-related show, soccer show, Ashley and Goran, as well as we've got, I'll call that one the odd couple, Gordon and Ashley there on the show. And of course, we also have the show with Mitch, his sports betting tool show. Check it out, and we're here at 6 Eastern time. All right, guys, I'll do it for tonight's show. Let's go ahead and bring in the crew from today. We're going to go ahead and wave good night to everyone. Have yourself a great afternoon. We'll talk with you